Is your salesperson not performing? Well, it's actually your responsibility to train them. This video is a series of lessons I learned from running my own sales agency. And I decided to share what I learned by training and managing a sales team that can be applied to any business out there. Now, as a business coach, I deal with many business owners who have a couple salespeople on their team. And sometimes a business owner blindly is listening what the salesperson is telling. Like too expensive, nobody wants it, the market conditions are changing. Have you heard those objections before? Here is where you have to be very careful. It's not really a salesperson's problem that they are telling you that. They just aren't trained really well. Okay. And it is your responsibility as a business owner to train them how to deal with those objections when they are dealing with your customers. And most of the time, you do product training, you explain how amazing your product is. But the most important part is the feedback your salesperson gets from so many customers. I would actually even advise to jump on the calls if they're doing calls or watch how they are dealing with customers. Okay, just to understand, did the market really change? It's just an objection that the salesperson is getting and they just don't know how to turn. Because a lot of the time, your salespeople just don't know how to deal with one particular objection. And, it's not their fault. That's your job to train them. Okay. So I would just kind of listen what they have to say. And then I would explain how to turn it. And you have to be very careful there. If you let them continue to accept that objection, that the conditions have changed, that it's too expensive, that there's like a cheaper competition or anything like that, and you're not teaching your salesperson how to handle those objections, your salesperson is going to start believing in those objections. And then it's really hard to retrain them. And that's why I would actually dedicate maybe an hour of my time a week just to see what's going on in sales. And not to be that manager who kind of wants to see what's being done wrong, actually, in quite the opposite. A healthy sales team manager always knows what the customers are saying, okay? Because otherwise, you're going to have to let that salesperson go because you can't retrain them because they don't believe that they can change. So you really need to catch those objections very early. And for that, you need to do trainings every single week. And just watch how they interact with customers and teach them, because there will be objections where they don't know how to deal with. And when I'm saying objections, it's not really an objection, it's just a question your customer has, okay? Because if a customer is asking a question about your product or service, they are interested and they are considering in getting that product or service. And that is your job, to help them to understand that this product or service is a good fit for them. Okay, that's all it is. So objections is not a bad thing, but make sure you have an hour of your time dedicated every single week, every couple weeks, just to see what your people are dealing with. And that's how you're going to develop an amazing sales team, a team who can turn any objections and get as many customers as possible, not a team that is kind of complaining about how people are not interested and stuff like that. Well, let me know if you have any questions. I would be interested in hearing that, and I'll see you again. Thanks. Bye.